welcome everyone to the Catalyst stage at South Summit 2024. My name is Ana Diaz. I'm the communications manager for Mastercard Iberia. We, Mastercard, are proud sponsors of South Summit one more year. And I will be your master of ceremonies for the next 2 hours and presenting you amazing sessions and great speakers that I hope you enjoy. I believe that you will be seeing the agenda we have prepared for you today on screens, but as a heads up, I would like to let you know that you will be hearing today talk about lending, about UX in the payments ecosystem, also about embedded finance, about Web3, and about artificial intelligence, of course. And stay tuned, because if you are a fintech, you will be hearing about our new fintech program called Mastercard for Fintechs, that you are still on time to enroll at it, and you will hear the benefits of it today. So stay tuned to that session too. The content of today is brought by amazing companies that have joined us today. I want to thank Telefónica, Bit2Me, ID Finance, WeThink, Secura, Banco Santander, Google for Startups, Endeavor, Kibo Ventures, MSL, Treasure, Minside Payments, and Dynamic Yield, accompanied by Mastercard. Thank you very much for joining us today. It will be great if you ask questions anytime the session ends, so we learn from you too, and also to make it more interactive. So don't hesitate to ask questions. And without further ado, I'm going to welcome the next, or present the next session, the first one. The first session, let's see if we can see it here in the screen for all of you to know where we are. Yeah, let's see if we can see it. Okay, here it is. So we are going to hear about the new evolution of crypto wallets. The session will be led by my colleague, Alberto Lopez. He is VP Cyber Intelligence Solutions Product Lead at Mastercard Europe. And he will be joined by Telefónica and Bit2Me. The three companies are working right now on an amazing project. You will be hearing about it right now. You will be hearing about tokenomics, and you will learn how to link your phone number to your Web3 services. So please, let's welcome with a big applause to the three speakers now.
Thank you very much for your time. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm very glad to have the opportunity to talk with these amazing speakers about the evolution of the crypto wallets. So before jumping into the questions, let me put just some context. Probably the majority of you are aware about the situation of the crypto world, but I would like to share some figures that I think put the context. But before that, let me introduce quickly my colleagues. So here next to me is Abel Peña. He is the CEO of Bit2Me, more than 20 years in international projects, I think all around the world, in all continents, yeah. No? I mean, you have been in all continents. He's also a technology passionate, and he led the ICO of Bit2Me that was very, very successful, and it was closed in a few seconds, no? Less than a minute. He's also head of the corporate and institutional division at Bit2Me. So thank you very much, Abel, for coming here. And of course, we have César Hernández. He is the Web3 strategy and portfolio manager in Telefónica. Innovación digital, no? Digital innovation, if we want to translate it. He defines himself also as a technology passionate with more than 10 years of experience in the telco industry. And he has an engineer master degree and also a finance master degree. And he's also a co-founder of Blink that was acquired by Groupon a few years ago. So, as I said, in the crypto world right now, we can say that more than 400 million users are owning a cryptocurrency. So a lot of them. And the last few months, you have seen a huge amount of new transaction and incredible work. No, after a long crypto winter, we are right now, I can say, in a crypto summer. And just in the Mastercard network, we have seen an increase by 70% of customers that are buying new crypto, and 65% more volume since this January. So with this context, Abel, how do you see or how you are living the evolution of the digital assets adoption?
Well, I think this story has been told so many times, but let's remember it one more time. Like a few years ago, small companies started to use crypto, especially Bitcoin. Then bigger companies, in the case of Tesla, they started to accept Bitcoin. Then in 2021, it was El Salvador, a small country. They convert Bitcoin into legal tender. What happened after? It was MiCA regulation in Europe last year, was passed. It's going to be effective next year in 2025. Well, actually, December 30 this year, 2024. We have the spot ETF approved in the US, in Thailand, in Australia, in Hong Kong. We have seen how pension funds have started to have allocations in Bitcoin through the ETF in the US. I think these all are signals for everyone to see and to see where we are going. It's been a change in the mindset of the institutionals that took them to understand and give value to what is Bitcoin. Is a store of value, for the medium and long terms. So open your eyes. Be ready for it, because this is coming. It is not stopping. And regulation is one of the signals, and it's so strong. Like, for example, the SEC in the US has been against crypto for many years, but now they are changing their minds because they cannot stop it. So we have a big problem worldwide, which is the debt and the inflation. And Bitcoin gives a solution for that. So among others, but especially Bitcoin, we are going to see a different adoption in the coming years.
No, yeah, it's right. I mean, if you look at the numbers from a specific country like Turkey or Argentina, where the inflation is insane, those countries has the biggest penetration, and more than 50% of the citizens of those countries are owning crypto. So that's incredible, amazing. But apart from the cryptocurrencies, and I think is the next evolution, we are living, I can say, a starting or kickoff of Web3 new application. And in this space, for example, last year, more than $4.7 billion were raised in different funding from different startups with Web3 new projects. So in that context, and take into account that Web3 wants to mix the beauty of the blockchain together with the web. In that context, Cesar, what is the Web3 strategy in Telefónica, and what was the main reasons to launch the crypto wallet that you have announced?
Hi everyone, great to be here. Great to see so many startups mingling in Madrid with this beautiful weather. So yeah, basically, I agree with everything you guys said, but it's also true that it's still early days for Web3. Obviously, there is huge potential, but the massive adoption is still to come. So, there is a lot of billions of funding, but we still need to see a lot of billions of users coming into the Web3. With this context in mind, in Telefónica, some years ago, we saw the opportunity and some of the disruption coming from the Web3, and we decided to create a team, dedicated team, to basically try to position ourselves, tapping ourselves into this new market, hoping to basically help the new players bridge with the existing users in ways which they were familiar with. So basically in Telefónica, we are working like in two big areas of opportunity. The first one is everything around how the decentralization of things that Web3 comes with, thanks to blockchain, which basically is an amazing machine to basically decentralize things in a very transparent and immutable and basically fair way that everyone can check. And the big disruption here was around the business model, right? So now you were able to basically create things on a decentralized way, and that means that you can disrupt some services and some industries which were very vertically oriented and basically with a lot of central players getting their own margins, right? So when we started looking at how this could affect our core business and what were the big opportunities that we could face here, we started looking at things like decentralized physical infrastructure, Obviously, Telefonica is a big infrastructure player. We have antennas all around the world. We operate antennas, and it's one of our main capex in our profit and loss accounts. So we were super interested in understanding how tokenization and decentralization of incentives can basically make people decide to buy antennas, deploy antennas, install antennas, and operate antennas in a very easy manner. Everything powered by blockchain, and then incentivized with tokens so that they can get rewards in exchange. So we are working around decentralized financial infrastructure projects in the likes of Helium, for example, which is like the biggest decentralized wireless operator in the world. We are also working with the specific blockchains. Obviously, Telefonica is well known for operating infrastructure, so some partners rely on us and they trust us. And that's one of the reasons why we have tapped into the blockchain ecosystem, also from a validator point of view. So we are running nodes for some specific blockchains so that they can be as reliable as everything that we do in Telefonica. So that's one of the big angles that we have been working in all these years. The other big angle, which is probably the main purpose of today with the wallet explanation, is experiences, and how from Telefonica we can help bring more accessibility to those experiences, right? So, as I was saying before, Web3 is great. There is a lot of services, there is a lot of apps coming up. There is a lot of benefits, but the problem is that there is not a lot of users because it's very complicated, it's not very secure, and there is a lot of things that still need to happen. So basically in Telefonica, we are working with the industry leaders, industry incumbents with regards to Web3 technologies and services to help them achieve the level of accessibility, security that we can see in the normal apps that we use today, right? So we are working in the likes of basically enabling all our telco APIs through a platform to Web3 developers so that they can basically use them to improve their apps, like, for example, anti-fraud and things like this that are super important and a critical aspect of Web3 and decentralized systems. We are also working on a wallet, which is obviously the main purpose of today's talk, and basically the idea of the wallet is to be able to provide, a first, for us the wallet is like the centerpiece of any experience that anyone can have in the Web3, right? So either if you want to tap into any Web3 service, or whether you want to, interact with the crypto exchanges, you are going to need a wallet. So for us, it's one of those elements where we think that we can bring more impact if we try to help redesign and bring our own experience. So that's one of the main reasons why we kicked off this project. We believe that it's going to be very, very important for more players like us to try to democratize crypto usage and crypto services, but not for specific crypto things, but just for day-to-day things. Like, our wallet is not going to be an investment wallet. It's just going to be a wallet similar to what you would expect for your first crypto wallet. So it's going to have some cryptos available there for investing and maybe earning through staking, but the main purpose is going to be normal services. So you are basically going to be able to transact with your money, with your digital money, but with much lower commissions. So if you want to pay globally, with a great partner like Mastercard and cryptos working behind the scenes, you can achieve really good economics that you can offer to the users. And likewise for transfers. Like in Spain, we have like a very big transfer system, which is called Bizum, which is super simple to basically send money across people using the phone number, and with very, very low commissions, 0 commission specifically. What we are trying to bring in this app is the same, but globally, right? Using crypto, enabling the way to transfer cryptos between wallets in a very easy way just by using your phone number.
And worldwide.
Worldwide.
Not only for Spain.
That's the beauty of
no,
this.
Thank you. Very, very interested indeed. And you have mentioned something that is very important, that is the user experience, no? So, all of you, if you have tried to send money to other people in the crypto space, you need to remember or to have the wallet ID. That is not a very simple numbers and letters together. Just it's very difficult to remember, of course, and it's quite easy to have some errors when you are trying to send money to other people, and even more, there are some hackers that are trying to modify the wallet ID just to receive the money instead of your friend or your family. So for that reason, and together with the regulation that you mentioned before, in Europe, travel rule, that right now is the regulation that applies to all the money transfers that are happening between financial institutions. Just in a nutshell, if you have never heard this expression before, is just the obligation to identify the receiver and the sender of the money, okay? Just to prevent money laundering and financial terrorism. This is also absolutely needed in the crypto space, and in Europe, travel rule will apply also to the crypto space, because of course, when you send Bitcoins or you send another cryptocurrency to other one, you are sending money. So for that reason, Mastercard has created a new solution that is called Crypto Credential. The idea of Crypto Credential is exactly to, first of all, to be compliant with the regulation, so facilitate the interchange of the names of the sender and the receiver, because the blockchain is not prepared and it was not created with this information as part of the protocol. So we need an additional layer. And on top of that, to create a better experience, because you can send money to another one just knowing the telephone number or the email address. In that sense, we have done a good experience with Bit2Me in Latin America, just to test this solution. So what is, Abel, what has been your experience with this experiment, with the test? And another question is, do you think that this travel rule will have a unique solution, a unique standard, or we will have to fight with a plenty of different solutions?
Okay, so let's go through the different parts. No, the problem is everyone. It doesn't matter how experienced they are. They went through the pain of okay, I'm not sure if I'm sending this to the right address. You know, and scams are trendy. And cybersecurity is so important. Like, for example, this in the last few weeks, government agencies and has been hacked. So nobody is totally safe about cybersecurity. But you can improve the cybersecurity and the security and in the your transactions. So the problem is, I'm sending to Alberto, for example, a transaction like Bitcoin or Ethereum, whatever. And first, I need to know that you gave me the right address. If I send crypto to you and it's the wrong address, it's lost. Nothing can be done about it. So this is problem number one. And second problem is, now with MiCA in place and the regulation, travel rule, as you mentioned, will require that sender and receiver to be identified. So it will need to be a common tool that everyone can use. So it can be like the master, you know, on top of all these changes, on top of all the Mastercard solution. I think so. You already have a good, a good product already. So with this, we are fixing both. So when you sign up, you will get an alias, and then the only thing I will need when sending you some crypto, it will be to put your alias. That's it. That's all. Know, that will cover both. Solutions. First, like, I'm totally safe and I guarantee that 100% of the transaction is going to go through you, because if it's not going through you, it won't happen, you know. And second, it will be fully compliant with the regulations that are coming in, you know. For us, like, we were fully compliant since the very beginning. We've been 10 years already in the market, and that is one of the reasons why the banks are integrating our solutions.
You were the first one to be registered in Bank of Spain, I remember very well.
Yeah.
No, thank you, Abel. I mean, unfortunately, I have plenty of more questions for you, but I prefer to give the opportunity to the audience. If you have any question to these amazing speakers, please, it's the moment. We have a few minutes to some questions. So yes, please. Maybe we need.
Thank you so much for your talk. I just wanted to ask, what do you guys believe is the future of crypto in terms of integration with it?
I think we cannot hear you well.
Future of crypto in terms of integration?
With AI.
With AI.
Yeah, in the future.
Nice question.
Just some thoughts.
Well, I think it's one of those things that has big risks. I don't really see a lot of the benefits yet. In crypto specifically, there is a big problem of hacking, fraud, bots everywhere. trying to steal your basically wallets and everything else. So with AI, it's going to be even more difficult and challenging to be protected. So I am not particularly excited about AI with regards to crypto because it's already complicated, and now with AI it's going to be even harder, especially for our partners who are dealing with some of the regulated stuff.
It's a very good question, but I can say that I agree with you. AI is a threat for cybersecurity, but it's also a very good ally to fight against these cybersecurity threats. So I think AI can play both.
And I will say, I will add, I'm going to use just one example that it can happen, and it's going to be the first time that a company can be fully automated. Like, for example, let's think about Uber. Once the auto-driving cars are in the streets, the company can get paid in crypto, and then the company can distribute to the manufacturers, of the cars, and control the company with no persons, no people involved, on that. So there are many use cases of AI. And for example, now one that is as well very trendy right now is like you can build bots, using past trends to be working on your favor. But if the bot doesn't work as you wanted to set it up, it will go against you,
Yeah,
So
that's great. We have time for another question. Yeah?
Hello, thank you for the amazing keynote. Can you hear me? Is it
Yes.
again with the problem?
Yes.
Particularly interesting for me was the incentivization with the tokens that you discussed. I was just being interested, how exactly are you bringing value? Is it like a customer acquisition that you're spending on this? Because otherwise, I don't see, if you're only giving out tokens, how exactly are they raising their value?
Okay, like for example, in our use case, it's very simple. You want to buy crypto, you want to buy it legally, you open an account with us, send us a transfer, or pay with a Mastercard card, and then you have the credit, and you can buy any token that is available with us. The day you want to sell it, the other way around, you send the crypto to our exchange, you sell it, and send a transfer for free to your account. This is our service, our added value, and the guarantee that everything is fully compliant and that all those cryptos are already checked and they were not involved in any scam before. So you can sleep well at night that you were buying crypto in a legal way.
So you're gonna try to make a platform for...
No, we don't try. We have the platform since 10 years ago.
Sure, okay.
Yeah.
It's live. It's very successful.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Unfortunately, we don't have more time. I think it's a pleasure. Thank you very much for your time, and thank you very much for your time also. Thank you.